Hello beautiful people, it's Chi Special again. Today I want to show you how an Anambra woman will make Ukwa, African breadfruit. Ukwa is a very delicious Igbo dish cooked with very little ingredients and everyone's favorite. So here is my Ukwa. I bought it, I usually get it from Nigeria. It's dried, you buy it fresh, you dry it, then you travel with it, put it in your freezer, and whenever you want to cook it, all you need to do is soak it in the water and leave it overnight. But the next day is good to go. But if you have the fresh one from the market, whoa, that's even better. But I mean, the both is almost the same thing. There is not much difference. Sometimes people in Nigeria also buy it when it's in season and dry it for when it's out of season, because when it's out of season is highly expensive. I mean, it's unaffordable, like Christmas period. I think that's one of the reasons why it's so special, that in occasions, if they serve you Ukwa, man, you're highly regarded. It's because of during those occasion period in Christmas is usually out of season then, so it's very expensive. So this is what it looks like in the morning after it's been soaked overnight. But the most important thing about Ukwa is the washing. Ukwa can have sand. If you don't wash it properly, guy, it's gonna be a very bad experience. So this is me properly washing this Ukwa. So what I do is I take it from the top, I try to pick up any sand or stone or anything in it, and then I keep sieving it. Like when I put it in the sieve, you see this thing I'm doing here. So you do this so that the little sands will go down. You need all the sands to go to the bottom of your bowl. Then when you get to the bottom, all you need to do is to maybe throw it away completely or pick out the very little ones. But me, I usually just throw it away. I can't risk having, look, that's what I'm saying. So here you see that you have sand or stones or whatever. So me, I just throw away this part because I don't want to have sand in my Ukwa. So you do this like over and over 3-4 times till the water is clear and you're really satisfied that your Ukwa is clean. This is the most important part. You can add heaven and earth in your Ukwa and it's as tasty as whatever, but if you have sand in it, forget it, nobody's eating that Ukwa, So like I was saying, Anambra will have a few very little different way of making Ukwa. That's what I really want to show you today. So here I'm just transferring the Ukwa to the pan and then the cooking begins. Here are my ingredients for cooking Ukwa. So I have the dry fish. I'm using this round fish. I think it's called mangala, something like that. Yeah. So those one will be washed and properly. All the fish, of course, will be washed and properly cleaned. Then I have asa as well. I'll try to wash the asa and put it whole, hoping that it doesn't break so much. So here I have akawu and I have this burnt plantain leaf. I think they call it ngoo as well. And then I have the stock cubes. I really like to use baggy for this. So I have crayfish, I have scotch bonnet, then palm oil, salt, and bitter leaf. This is what makes the difference. This is what the Anambra people put in the Ukwa that is different from the usual. So it's very important to know that the Akawu is either you use the Akawu or the burnt plantain leaf or the ngoo. They all do the same thing. They help to make the Ukwa cook. Most Ukwa usually they take very long time to cook, and this helps it to cook. So you'll be using one or the other, not both. So here I'm using the burnt plantain leaf. Growing up I used Akawu, but my mother-in-law introduced me to this one. Apparently it's healthier, and there are some things I've heard about Akawu not being very healthy, so I'm going for the healthier option, which is this one. So what you do is put it in the bowl, add some water, you sieve. You just do this a couple of times, just so that you take off those chaff. So I do this like a good number of time before I add it to my ukwa. Yeah, just right from the beginning, when you start cooking the ukwa, you add this, and let the ukwa cook. This ukwa cook for like 30 minutes, and when it's about 80% done, that's when you take off some of the water. So this is another difference from what other people do. So here what we are doing is taking out some of the ukwa water, then you add some of that ukwa to it. So yeah, I'll show you how an Anambra person eats this thing. I don't know if it's like the whole of the Anambra, but this is how we eat it in my part of Anambra, Agwata. So now you add the rest of the ingredients really. So I add my palm oil. If you watch closely, you see that I'm not turning it to the bottom of the pot, because when you do that, the ukwa starts burning. So I'm just like turning the top parts. So I added my palm oil, my crayfish, the peppers, the fish. This fish has been properly cleaned. You take out the bones, wash it properly with hot water, like really clean. Most times in most homes, this is just the only protein, you don't really like have meat or chicken or anything. So that's why I used a lot of fish. So this whole fish, I've properly washed it, hoping that it doesn't break so much, so you can use it to serve, yeah. But in occasions, sometimes they can like put your ukwa and get meat from the stew or dry meat to add, as per occasion. But in most homes, it's just this dry fish, the ukwa, that is used to eat this ukwa. So here is the stock cubes. I really like to use just Maggi, for this. And then this is the bitter leaf. Remember, the ukwa is about 80% done at this point, and all you've done is to take out some of that water for later, and then you add the rest of the ingredients into it, and then allow it to cook for the remaining 20%. So ukwa, they all have different cooking time, so I can't say cook it for 30 minutes, cook it for 50 minutes, because some ukwa are harder than the other, so the main thing is for you to take it, test it. This is me adding salt, test it, and then you know if it's done or not. So here is just adding more water to it, then cover to cook, and here, please guys, subscribe to my channels. I think I'll beg you to subscribe, please, don't leave me hanging. Yeah, so here the ukwa is almost ready. I'm turning again. Yeah, so here now I'm properly turning it because I need to test it and adjust seasoning. So here you can now properly turn because it's like done. Then you have to taste. If you think you need a little more salt or crayfish, you can add, and the ukwa is ready. So the consistency is this. Usually I don't like my ukwa very thick, because when it cools down it thickens even more. So this is just okay for me because it thickens more when it's cooled down, and this ukwa is really ready. It's ready. So what are the difference between maybe other people's style and Anambra style is the bitter leaf. So if I were in Nigeria, the bitter leaf I will add is just freshly plucked bitter leaf, maybe 1-2 leaves, rinse it off and add it in the pot, and then after cooking you can take it off. It's not really for anyone to eat it or to chew it, it's just the taste. You want to infuse the bitter leaf taste into the food. It doesn't make the food bitter, it gives it, I don't know, it gives you one very nice thing I can't explain. Just the way you eat bitter leaf soup, but the soup is not bitter. It's really nice. So here I've just added like this extra peppers on top for garnishing, that kind of a thing. So now look at the fish. It's just all very dry fishy, it's really nice. Like I said, if it was an occasion, they can add a little more, meat or chicken or anything by the side. But that's it. So here, this is the mirror ukwa, the water of the ukwa. This is our we eat it in my place. So when you take a spoon of your ukwa, you now take the water. Guys, this water part there is my favorite part of the whole thing. Is the favorite part of the whole thing. So when you eat a spoon of ukwa, take the water and eat. So here, because I don't have that fresh bitter leaf, I used a dry bitter leaf from my freezer, and yeah, I mean, it helps. It's better than not using anyone at all anyway. But if I were in Nigeria, or if I managed to find fresh bitter leaf, just take 1-2 leaves, put it in the pot. When the food is done, you take it off. You don't need to chew it. Thanks guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channels. I love you. Thank you. Bye.